Hi, I'm Jennifer Lynch. I'm the Manager of Professional Services here at the BC Real Estate Association. Welcome to this series of tutorial videos on the contract of purchase and sale. In this video, we'll be looking at included and excluded items. Parties to a real estate transaction need to understand the difference between chattels and fixtures so that they understand which objects will be included in the sale and which will not. So let's take a look at the definition of chattels and fixtures. A chattel is generally a movable possession or personal property that can be removed from the property without causing damage to the property. Chattels are typically excluded from the contract of purchase and sale unless the parties specifically agree to mutually include them. A fixture, on the other hand, is typically affixed to or forms part of the property and cannot be easily removed. For example, fixtures are items that have effectively become a permanent part of the property and can include things like ceiling lights or fans or fixed mirrors. Fixtures are generally included in the sale of the property unless the parties specifically agree to exclude them. While these are the general rules, there can be some gray areas. For example, while a TV is typically considered a chattel, if it's a flat-screen TV that is wall-mounted, it may be considered a fixture. The parties should identify what items they would specifically like included or excluded from the transaction. When in doubt, it's always best to specify the party's intention with respect to included and excluded items in the contract. Sometimes these details are noted within the board's MLS system. However, this is not always the case, and a buyer might want items that aren't listed as inclusions to be included in the sale. Carefully going through the home and creating a list and reviewing it with the buyer can be a great way to make sure that you document everything that the buyer wants. Remember, if it's not documented, it may not stay. To provide clarity, it's helpful to describe the chattels that will be included in the contract. This may include documenting the brand, serial number, and/or color. Always make sure your contract is specific about the inclusions and exclusions that are important to your client, as this can help provide clarity to all parties. Realtors must always work in their clients' best interests. That's why it's important that you fully understand all aspects of the contract of purchase and sale and can explain them to your clients. Clients are better protected when they understand their rights and obligations. Be sure to check out the other videos in this tutorial series on the contract of purchase and sale, including exploring the contract of purchase and sale, deposits, completion, possession, and adjustment dates, risk, and assignments. Thanks for watching, and to watch the rest of the videos in this series, go to bcrea.bc.ca/CPS videos.